Hey YouTube, I got a vacation day today and I'm down here working at my buddy's what's going to be his new trans shop, doing some remodeling. Run a new conduit and also running air lines. And I had to hook up the this has the old air over hydraulic lifts. Had to hook up the old lifts. This used to have 3/8 copper line for air running on the floor, and was full of water and rotten and holes in it. And so we ran all new overhead air piping. Got a drop over there. And drop up there for an air reel, for a recoil reel. Tied into that old piece that was right there. And branched off here. He wants the hoses underneath the table so that when you pull the hose it doesn't clean off the table. So that's a pretty good idea, I guess. And what you can't see is I went through the wall there and went through the wall right there. There's air lines on the other side over there. I got a drop here. Now that's 1 inch. He should have very good air here. That breaks down to half there. That's existing. Otherwise I wouldn't run half. It comes down. There's an old valve there. And there's an old one here that goes up. Ties it up there and comes back over. Yeah, we ran that 1 inch. Let's see if I can zoom in on it. Ran the 1 inch over there, down, poked through the wall. Remember that. I'll show you the end of that here later. And this double bay had to hook into this airlift here. Another air chuck for a air hose. That's all existing. I tied it in, that's where it comes through the wall there for the 1 inch. Tees off and heads that way, back heading towards the air compressor. Another drop over there. Some funky kicks to get around stuff over there. And here's the air drop. That's a fan rheostat for, apparently they took the fan out. Must have be hanging a new one up there. That's going to be a 50 amp outlet for a welder. That pipe going through the wall, I did not do. It just wound up, that's how it came through there. And that was a 3/4 and 1/2 inch knockout box, and we had to make the hole larger for the 1 inch, and we couldn't get the half in the side, so that's how it had to go. But yeah, put a bell reducer in there. Come down. This is going to be it's a transmission parts washer. It has to be 50 amp. We got that all ready for when he moves the machine over here. We can just wire it right up. And there's that drop. Then that air line keeps cruising down here. There's a drop right there. This is a nice lift, by the way. This came with the building. This is a very nice lift. You can lift some real heavy stuff here. John, the guy that's been helping me, and he's done a lot of the stuff when I couldn't be here. This is his dump truck for doing concrete, and this trans is all right, but the parking pin's broken. It won't stay in park, so You just gotta get a hole in the complete rebuild. Kind of one of the perks of doing the job down here. Got an air line here, and I tied into this airlift here, which there used to be an airlift here. I don't know if you can see that because of the sun, but see where that new concrete is? There used to be an in-ground lift there. They took that out when they put this in a long time ago. But that lever right there and that control operates that one outside. But it hasn't moved in so many years, it's rusted and frozen in probably. But I hooked up the air to it to try it. I told him to go out there and beat it with a sledge and ground it in WD-40 and PB Blaster, and we'll see if we can get it to lift. Kind of nice to have an outside lift in the summertime. Until it gets too hot. And we're going to have to go this way, I got to turn the lights on. They had Romex in here. They had this number 6 Romex feeding the air compressor. And it went into that junction box right up there. Okay? There was a junction box below it. That's where they had it going in there. Then they dropped it down to number 10 wire going from that box into that top box up there, where it's reduced down to number 12 wire, which only carries 20 amps. And you got at least 100 feet of voltage drop on that line. They're lucky they didn't burn that air compressor up. Light switch. Ran out of conduit, so I grabbed a piece of 1/2-inch rigid air line. I bent that up for the refrigerator outlet. And Jen put that box in. Forget it, never bent conduit, he did alright. And then there's going to be a little lunchroom with a couple of plugs. I didn't do anything in here, that's the bathroom. You'd know if I did something in there. Okay, now back to that line where it goes through the wall there. This is going to be the back bay area. There's going to be a lift in here. And they painted it, but they got an air line there. Electric, air drop there. Electric, air drop there. And then the pipe runs through the wall there, which I'm going to show you this right now. Well, hang on a minute. Another air drop here. More plugs. Focus. Come on. Okay. And down ties into that panel. But here's those airline drops that come through the wall I was telling you about. He's gonna have bench building over here for airlines over here. Another drop there, and then say you wanted an airline upstairs for taking transmissions apart if you needed to rob a part or something, or he wanted airline up there, so we went up through the ceiling there. Now I'll take you upstairs. This used to be a tire place. They had all these holes in here, and they had 1-inch pipe running through here, and then they'd just throw tires in here and stack them up. That's mainly what this was a tire business. But you can see all the holes. I mean, they must have had tons and tons of tires in here at one time. So, I'll go upstairs. Nice wide stairway. Probably gonna take 2 guys carrying transmissions up here to get them up here, but there's more of those pipes for the tires. They had a hell of a system up here for shelves and stuff, or potentially. Gonna take all the pipes out and build shelves up here. But this is the heat duct here. Big heating units, 480,000 BTUs coming out of this site. This is the heat. And this is the air handler that pushes the heat through the furnace. But where that conduit comes through right there. We just run along the floor. We have to pull the wires tight yet and put the box covers on, but that runs all the way down. Goes all the way down and through the wall. What the hell? Conduit came apart. Have to check that. Here's the air line for upstairs. And then out of that box on the other side of the wall came out. And this is the feed for the air compressors. There's going to be dual big, I think they're 120 gallon air compressors. Don't miss a step. Long ways down. But then disappears right down there. And right down there is where the air line comes through also. And then drops down there. So let's go downstairs. More piping. Got a big air compressor. That's where the dual air compressor is going to get piped into. There's the electric for the one compressor. Here's where our air drops down. All nice big 1-inch pipe too. Had to reduce it down to 3/4, and then ultimately it's half going into the compressor, but that'll be alright. And then what I did is we took the pipe out of here and I put in 1-inch gas line. And it already had all the holes drilled for it, so it was perfect. Just had to put the couplings in and bring it down here. And I put a 3/4 stub with a cap on there, and we hammered it in there into that 1-inch hole so it would support it. But the job turned out really nice. Pretty happy with it. Should be one hell of a trans shop when it's done, that's for sure. I think I need more horsepower. Is going to get some billet input shafts and output shafts and his trans and transfer case. But today, see that hole right there? I got a mount box up there. We're going to run through there. This panel is over full. I did not do this. These piggyback breakers were in here when I got in here. I cut out some stuff and put a couple of single breakers in for some stuff that I ran, but I'm not going into this panel. We're gonna come through that hole and that's that hole right there. Gonna go up, lay along the wall, and then we're gonna do a little kick going through there where the duct's gonna go. And run along the wall there and follow that 1-inch down into the panel. Gotta run a 220 line, 20 amp for electric above ground hoist that's gonna be out there. Had to pipe in the gas for the furnace and run the electric into it. So we're getting there. Got some box covers to put on and some stuff to address and change out a few outlets here and there, but it's coming along. It's looking good. But just thought I'd give you guys a little update on what I was doing. A little change from the Duramax stuff. Alright, talk to you guys later.